If you are new to Mac, you should get a good idea of its keyboard layout and shortcuts for being efficient and productive. I will discuss Mac keyboard basics for beginners and will show some shortcuts needed for day-to-day use. The first thing you have to know is the modifier keys. Modifier keys like Command or Shift do not do anything on their own. They modify the behavior of other keys and are called modifier keys. They also have a symbol. You will only see these symbols in many places, but not the key names. It is important to familiarize yourself with these symbols. I will share this link in the description where all the keys and their symbols are listed. You don't have to memorize which keys these modifier keys modify. You can see the behavior from the keyboard viewer. This keyboard viewer is an excellent way to master the Mac keyboard and its shortcuts. When I click on any of these modifier keys, you can see some other keys are changing. For example, when the Shift key is pressed, all the alphabet becomes capital letters. The same thing happens with other modifier keys. Interestingly, the keys change when the Option or Alt key is pressed. You can see a completely different set of characters in the keys. What kind of character you get depends on the keyboard layout. With the Option key, the Z becomes an omega sign. If I press the Option Z, an omega character will be printed. I can type in that thing in the browser URL box. You see, I have got omega typed here. Pressing Escape will get the original URL back in the browser. So when you need to type a special character, open the keyboard viewer and press the Option key to see where it is. Remember, Option key or Alt key is the same key. Next, we will see some keyboard shortcuts. To switch between opened apps, use the Command tab. Press the Command and then press the Tab key once while the Command key is still pressed. That will bring this application switcher window. You can now tab through the different apps and bring the needed app forward. If you are coming from Windows PC, remember Command key on Mac is equivalent to the Control key in Windows. Mac has a Control key too, but it is different from how it is used in Windows. In general, most of the shortcuts you used in Windows with Control can be used with Command in Mac. To minimize an app, press Command M. When an app is minimized, it cannot be brought forward using the Command tab. It still shows in the active apps, but selecting it will do nothing. You must click the minimized app in the launcher to bring it forward. To hide the front app, use Command H. In case multiple apps are running, Command H will hide only the front app. Every time you press Command H, it will hide the front app of that time. Using Command H multiple times can get you to the desktop. Unlike minimizing, when a front app is hidden, it can be brought back to the front using the Command tab. Let's now see some Finder shortcuts. Finder is where you can navigate different folders on your hard drive. Some folders like Documents or Downloads can be easily navigated from the left. You can use the Command Shift-G if something is deep down another folder. You can now type in the directory. This symbol is called tilde, and it has a special meaning. Tilde means the home directory of the currently logged in user. Folders like desktops or downloads are inside the user folder. So tilde/folder name will take you to that user's folder. There are several ways to arrange the folder and files inside a folder. You can use these icons at the top to set how you want them to appear. I will use this view for now. To rename a folder in Mac, select the folder with a single click. Then press Enter on the keyboard and type in the new name. When done, press Enter again and the new name will be set. If you type in the wrong things while renaming, you can press Escape not to apply the changes. To delete a folder or file, select it and press Delete. Press the command, then backspace for the delete. If you have a delete key on your Mac, you have to press the FN key and then delete. You can create a new folder from Command Shift N. You can give a name to the folder right away after creating it. You can copy a file or folder in two ways. Select the folder and then Command C to copy. Command V to paste the copied items. There is another option if you are copying and pasting in the same directory. You can press Command D to make a duplicate. When you use Command D to make a duplicate, a copy appears at the end. Command C and Command V appends a 2 at the end. To move a file or folder to another folder, you can drag it. This works for the folder in the same directory. You have to use another keyboard shortcut to move it to a different location. For example, I want to take this test folder to inside another folder. I have to copy it first with Command-C, then I will go to the location where I want to move the folder. Here use Command-Alt-V to move. If I go to the first location, you will see the folder is no more there. If you are coming from Windows PC, you may use Ctrl-X to move folders, but on Mac, that command is not available. You have to copy using Command-C and then move using Command-Alt-V. This copy-pasting command also works in any document editor on Mac. I am using the Note app to show the document editing commands. You can use Command-C and Command-V to copy and paste. You can use the cut using Command-X. You can delete some texts by selecting and with backspace. You can also delete a word before the cursor by pressing Alt-Backspace. Selecting everything works as usual with Command-A. You can also select everything inside a folder by Command-A. All 17 folders and files are selected, and they are moving at the same time. You can close an app window by Command-W. There is a difference between closing an app and quitting an app. I close the calendar by Command-W. That app will not appear in the front anymore. A tiny dot in the launcher appears, denoting that the app is running in the background. The background process will stop if I quit an app using Command-Q. For example, I want to quit the Safari app. With Command-Q, Safari is closed, and the small dot is not appearing beside the Safari icon. As we are talking about apps, let's see how to open apps. At the top of the keyboard, you will see this Functions row. Keys from F1 to F12 are called function keys. In each function key, a symbol also appears above it. You can use the function key or the symbol functionality based on how you configure it. You can see in the keyboard viewer only the function keys appear. So by default, those function keys are activated for me. If I hold on to the Fn key, those keys are changed to symbols. So I have to hold on to the Fn key to use those symbol functions like increasing brightness, sound, etc. You can find out the settings from Keyboard Preferences. You can set this checkbox on how you want those keys. I want to use these as function keys, so I have checked the box. Unchecked means using the symbol functions by default. With the keyboard viewer, you will be able to see how the top row change based on the checkbox, so I am opening that. You see when I uncheck the checkbox, those symbols become the default keys for the top row. As I am using F1 to F12 keys as the default keys, I have to press and hold Fn to use those symbols actions. This symbol means it will open the launch pad. I will press Fn F4 to get the launch pad. Remember, I am using F1 to F12 as the default function keys, so I have to press Fn to get the symbols feature. I can now search for the app one want to open. Select the app and enter. You can switch back and forth on multiple windows of an app using Command Backtick. For example, I can have another Chrome window by dragging this tab. Let's have another window of Chrome. Using Command Backtick, I can switch between these windows. You see, now I can switch between these windows of Chrome. Command Tab allows you to move from one app to another. Command Backtick allows switching between windows of the same app. You can easily take screenshots on Mac using Command-Shift-4. As I pressed Command-Shift-4, the mouse pointer changed to a target icon. I can drag some parts of the screen to take a screenshot. I can adjust the dragging area to get exactly the part one need. A small thumbnail is shown after the screenshot is taken. That small thumbnail will automatically disappear unless you want to delete or edit it. You will find the screenshot on the desktop. A screenshot will have the timestamp on the file name. Screen recording is also easy on Mac. Press Command-Shift-5. You can record parts of the screen or the whole screen. You can also take a screenshot using this. This is useful when you want to capture the entire screen or window. I want to record the entire screen. You can set where you want to save the screen record. You can also select other options, like setting a microphone to record voice. I will use the default settings and click record. I am using another external monitor, so asking which display I want to record. I will record display 1, which is the MacBook screen. As the screen record starts, an icon appears at the top bar. When you are done with the screen recording, click on the icon to stop recording. Let's have some activity on the screen so we understand a video is recorded. I am done with recording, so I will click the stop icon. A thumbnail appears, and it will disappear automatically. If I browse to the desktop, I will see the screen record. This is the screen record, and I can play this file. Every app on Mac has its own shortcuts. Common behavior across apps shares common shortcuts. You can check which shortcuts an app has by visiting its menus. For Chrome, we have shortcuts like opening a new tab, a new window, a new incognito window, etc. You can switch between tabs on Chrome from the Control tab. You can open a new tab by Command T. After creating a tab, you can type in the URL you want to visit. As I said earlier, you can move between tabs by Control tab. To create a new window, press Command N. A new window is now open, and you can type in the URL. Shortcuts to open window or open tab is common across apps on Mac. As I showed earlier, you can move between windows of the same app by Command backtick. You can close tabs by Command W. Remember, Command W closes the tab, whereas Command Q quits the app. In Chrome, you can easily zoom in by Command plus. To zoom out, press Command minus. To get to the default zoom state, press Command 0. I will close all the tabs by Command W. Navigating between a document while editing is relatively easy on Mac. Of course, you can use the arrow keys to move the cursor back and forth. To take the cursor end of the current line, press Command right arrow or FN right arrow. To take the cursor to the start of the current line, press Command left arrow or FN left arrow. To move the cursor one word back, press Option left arrow. To move cursor one word forward, press Option right arrow. You can go to the bottom of the document by Command down arrow and to the start of the document by Command up arrow. Command down arrow to bottom and Command up arrow to top. To move down the page by page, press the FN down arrow. This will take you one page down at a time. To up one page at a time, press the FN up arrow. You can always check the app menu to see what shortcuts that app offers. Practice these basic shortcuts, and you will be very effective using the Mac keyboard. Soon I will make a video on how to become ultimate effective using Mac keyboard. Thanks for watching, and see you next.